Ah, come here, sweetie. Hey. No, I don't want to try to look at my face. What thinking? What are you thinking? Okay. No, don't lick my face, please. That's like weird. You're in the dog whisper? Comment ça vient ici? Oh, God. Hey. Oh my gosh, excuse me. I'm okay. How's everybody doing? I wasn't sure if you guys would even see that thumbnail since I scheduled it ahead of time. I don't know how that works. I don't get notifications for myself. Let's try to do something different. Yeah, I'm okay. I was feeling a little bit weird today. I thought I caught the coronavirus for sure. I was just like, I woke up from a nap and I had a bit of a headache. I felt kind of nauseous. No, but I don't think nausea is part of the symptoms. So I feel better now. I don't know. I think it was something I ate. Val cooked some food last night. It must have been that. So yeah, I'm prepared for the zombie apocalypse. Hello. Yeah, I'm prepared. I'm very well prepared. And I think a lot of that comes from just being home all the time, anyways. So this whole lockdown thing is really nothing new to me. I'm thriving for the most part. Yeah, I'm not buying it. I don't buy it. I was not worried about it at all. I've got too much other stuff to worry about. I went to the grocery store a couple days ago to get some stuff for dinner, and it wasn't that bad. I think that most of the craziness has died down. The toilet paper, how like the paper towels and stuff, are still completely stripped. But as far as compared to the last time I went to the store, the meat department was completely wiped out. There was no water, but this time there was. There was water. There was the meat department was fully stocked. They had eggs. It looked like it had been picked over a little bit, but there's still a lot of eggs. Enough for me to eat eggs. I know that's one of those things that people were scrambling to get. So I think things are getting back to normal. I can't believe how many people I saw with those face mask things. I'm just not afraid. I don't care anymore. Whatever. I never cared about the virus. I don't believe in it. No, it's a bad thing, but I don't believe in it. So many people die of everything else on a daily basis, and nobody stops living for that shit. Maybe I'm just cold. I don't write songs. I don't do that stuff. I don't have an interest in talking to anybody. So that works out really good for me. I've been on a couple of walks throughout my neighborhood. My neighbor down the street, that the head of the neighborhood watch, he's cool. But so many people out. It's abnormal. It's almost like there's been a reset in America. Well, as far as getting people to do things that they used to do like 20 years ago. It's different. They're like back to basics, going on walks. It's so rare. I just see people. I'll be sitting here and I'll have the window open and I see people going back and forth all day long, and it's normally not like that. Yeah, I see. I'm not worried about it, but like I've got so much shit going on in my life that I'm just. I think it's something that comes with getting older, like when you don't care if you die or not. I think that helps me a lot. I've got so much other shit to worry about that I'm just so worn out. I don't know how else to explain it, but I don't care. I'm so. I don't like to use the word depressed, but I'd say I'm kind of like just like miserable. But I don't give a shit. I'm just so over everything, and if it kills me, then oh well. And if I survive it, then fuck whatever. It's not a big deal to me. Normally, I would freak out about everything, but just don't care. So, stimulus bill, yeah, I don't see. I don't believe in that stuff. It's not really enough to help anybody, especially like man, Las Vegas is really gonna get hit hard. Excuse me. Damn. Sorry, keep burping. Yeah, Las Vegas is gonna get hit hard. There's a lot of people that lost their jobs here, and same goes throughout other places in the country. But we're so reliant on the tourism that I'm afraid that once things get due back, back to normal as they can be, that people won't have money to travel here or they won't want to. And I worry that Las Vegas is going to end up a ghost town like all the other mining towns back in the day. I don't know. What's the speculation? I've never. Excuse me. My neighbor was telling me that he's not able to go to the gym either, and he was thinking of buying some weights, but they're like $260 for a weight set. And he was saying he didn't want to spend that money, but he was telling me that his gym membership is like 170 or $175 a month. And I was like, yeah, that makes those weights sound really cheap. I thought that was funny. Survivor. I don't. I hope I don't outlive most of you guys. But just the thought, like, man, it sounds so fucked up. But just the thought of living another 40 years the way my life is right now, I'm not even like. I've had my midlife crisis early in life, and it just seems like there's such a long road ahead, and it's. I don't want to continue living like this, but I don't really have a choice. Just thinking instead, I was thinking that instead of having a midlife crisis and buying a yellow Corvette, I bought an orange Jeep. Oh God, this is not good. That's not really been anything going on here. I haven't watched any movies lately either. I saw a couple interesting ones on Amazon. There's this one that was free. That was good. And when it comes to free movies, it's rare that you find a good one. Excuse me. But it was I think it's called The Man in the Trunk, something like that. It was actually pretty good. Yeah. I kind of let my guard down and I was surprised a little bit how the movie turned around really fast because usually when it comes to like thrillers or horror stuff like that, action, it's predictable. I've seen so many of them, I can almost, think ahead and know what's going to happen. But I was like, whoa, like I didn't see that coming. That was interesting. I watched a movie called Frailty. That was good. I watched a movie called Identity. That was good, except for the ending. That sucked. The ending was totally like Secret Window. I hate when a movie is like super good up until like the last 10 or 15 minutes. And then it kind of like reverts back to the beginning. This is a pattern I start seeing movies. So like, the movie starts out a certain way, and then at the very end, it'll go back to the beginning and show you what happened to start the whole thing off. And yeah, that movie kind of sucked at the end. I hate when that happens. But nothing's happening in my life. Anyways, uh, a ninja. Okay. I don't think I'd ever be into that. I've never been into street bikes. If I was gonna get something like that, it'd probably be a quad. I've ridden. Is that a word? I've rode. I've ridden quads before. I like it. It's more stable than a dirt bike, but I don't see myself doing that. At least not right now. Not much of a crisis yet. Maybe if I get the shit flu. Mhm. Not really. When I was 20, I don't even remember what my life was like when I was 20. Kind of. Yeah, it was pretty simple. I worked full time. I was an alarm installer. I hated it. And I would just smoke spice and go to work and they'd go to my girlfriend's house and I didn't have much hope for my future. I didn't see myself making it to 30. I don't know if I cared or wanted to. I was pretty worn out back then too. Didn't really have much ambition, motivation. I just didn't know what I was doing with my life. I'm kind of in the same boat still. It's just the situation has gotten a little bit better in some ways and a lot worse than others. There are some things that I just can't fix, but my life is more stable now. I think that's important. I was, I wouldn't say that I've ever lived life to the fullest, but I didn't care about things as much as I do now. Like, I guess I wasn't as paranoid of a person. I was, I was real. I mean, I'm still irresponsible, but I think I was really irresponsible back then too. I just, I didn't see my life going anywhere. Kind of like that now. I've been stuck in a rut for a long time. Whatever. Oh, you're cold. You've been outside. Eh, my name is Buffy. I'm a dog. I like to be a dog and shit. Yeah. See, and this head look like a hamburger. I want some of that. Okay. Oh God. Okay. Fuck. Messing up my hair, Buffy. My shoulder hurts. Thank you. Can you please get down? Excuse me. I don't know what to say. Only a couple important people in my life. Everybody else, I don't give a shit if they die. There are some people that I'm really praying the coronavirus gets. Yeah. If it is a real thing. I don't care. I don't know what to say. Just chilling. Yeah, lots of bat and other strange animals. Anything I could find? Oh God. Bucky's fine. It's nothing new to her. Totally empty. I don't know. I don't really care to see it. I want things to be back to normal, which they never will be. But I want it to be back to normal for everybody else. I can't imagine what people are going through. I saw this article yesterday, two articles. One, I guess some guy was drinking and playing with his guns, and his son called the cops on him, and he ended up killing both of his sons and himself. So it's like crazy here in Vegas. And another one, this guy and this girl put out a dating ad on some site and lured some guy. I guess it was to his house, so I guess still lured him somehow. Um, with the intention to rob him and kill him, and they did. They robbed this dude and they killed him. I can't even imagine how much money they got out of it. In the booking photos, the guy was just smiling. It was creepy. I just don't understand that. I don't get it at all. I would never throw my life away for something like that. Like what's the most that they could have gotten out of it? People just don't think clearly. Some of that stuff. It's nuts. The dude was 24 and the girl was 27. Their lives are over. I hate that. Another thing I can't get over is that they're wanting to release prisoners. I can't get over that. As somebody that's never been in trouble with the law, has tried extra hard to be a decent person, it just feels pointless. And people can do bad things and basically be rewarded for it. I trip out over that. But we live in a very backwards world. Can't believe that people can support that type of stuff. I think there's a lot of people here. I mean, everywhere, but I think definitely in Las Vegas too, that have been putting up an image for so long with their fancy cars and I guess maybe big house and clothes and everything like that. And I think that things are going to come through really fast as to how their life truly is. And sucks, you know? Like, that's just kind of the world that we live in today. It's all about showing off, and I don't think it's worth it. Yeah, I got a bottle of wine the other day, like 2 days ago. It was the first bottle of wine that I had in like 10 years. And it was like 1.5 liters. I drank it in a day. Yes. Wow. I didn't think that I could do that. Well, I wasn't even intending to. It just happened. It's okay. I don't like regular gummy bears, but I like sour gummy bears. The same thing with gummy worms. I just like anything sour in general. If I were to eat something sour right now, which I don't crave at the moment, I would get like sour Skittles or sour punch straws. When I was a kid, I used to like eating warheads, but they don't last long enough. Definitely. Interesting time. I'm doing really good here for the most part. Probably better than most people. Got pretty much everything I can need, and I adapted to the isolation a long time ago. Okay, okay. The tea. I'll be back. Thank you. Guess my view's okay. I don't have any food for you. You weigh almost as much as me. I probably weigh like two of you, actually. Oh, God. Whatever. Conspiracy theories. I think that people are probably just overthinking it. I watched a movie the other day just out of curiosity called Contagion. And I was thinking, like, oh, they took this thing right out of this movie. It's exactly the same. Everything is like the same. I just don't care. I don't know how to explain it. I'm just totally cool headed about this. When normally I'm not. I'm freak out over anything. Okay. Excuse me. Touch my eye. Oh my god, I infected myself. Oh god. I kind of agree with that. Yeah. I guess it's on the same level as what I think is really contagious, which is mental illness. I think mental illness is contagious. I think the mental illness and the panic kind of go hand in hand. Paranoia. All it takes is one person to kind of dominate over somebody else's life and fill their head with bullshit, and then they're mental heal. Despite it could be just so much as like a statement or a question or an uncertainty. People like the toilet paper runs. They whatever. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I keep burping. I don't even have kids. Been watching some gardening videos lately. I'm thinking about planting some more stuff. I got the garlic going into that. I'm really mostly just interested in garlic. There's not much that I crave, but I love garlic so much. Just raw. It's fucking good. It's not because there's not much I can have as far as vegetables go. I can eat some things in small quantities. So I might do some tomatoes, and I've also watched people do. I don't know if the time is right for potatoes, but I've seen people do potatoes, and that looks cool. I like potatoes. I don't know, just a couple things. I don't want to overwhelm myself. Smooth rock says, wouldn't work for me. No. I don't know if any of you guys saw that video that I made the other day where I found the lizard in my house, the baby lizard. And I was showing you guys, and I took it outside and I put it in the rocks. Like a week later, I looked outside, see if it was in the area, and it was in the exact same spot. It was dead. Fuck. Oh God. What I think happened is my pest control guy came like probably a couple weeks prior, but he only sprayed the front yard. And my backyard was a mess. It was way overgrown. And I told him not to worry about it. And he's like, okay. But I assume that the lizard maybe came from somewhere in the front yard and maybe tracked through the pesticides. And maybe that's what killed it. 'Cause I don't think it was me. So it was like dried up. Oh, I felt so bad. I tried to save it. I tried so hard. I forgot to pray to Jesus though. That must have been it. Shedding a lot. Just cleaned this the other day. Maybe it was faking being dead. You it was doing a really good job. I mean, that thing was shriveled up. Oh god, it looked like lizard jerky. Pretty much. I have good intentions in life, but they can be skewed if somebody does me wrong. If somebody does me wrong, then I'm basically gonna wish evil on them. Other than that, I have good intentions in life. It's just the people that go out of their way to fuck with me or that have ruined my life in some way. I've kind of like prayed to Satan a bit, even though I don't believe in Satan. Yeah, it's hard to be a decent person. Never been in trouble in my entire life, and I'm not gonna start now. I don't think the prayers will hurt. Oh God! The tarantulas, that's okay. You can kill tarantulas. I don't mind. My yearbook pose. There's always that one person that doesn't know how to smile. That's extra points, Richard. God or the devil? Honestly, probably God. Because when I think of God, or at least when I used to go to church, I think like everything's pure and white in heaven and there's like no color, it's just white. And I've got like this fear of whiteness. Like I've had some nightmares before where I'm just I guess in heaven or just a white room with fluorescent lighting and it's creepy. There's no shadows. It's just like no edges. It's just like white all around. It's like unending. It's just like infinite. That's creepy to me. I could not live in a place where I have to worship something every day and I only live to worship something. That would suck. I'd rather go to hell and I gotta be a sinner. I'd be bad there though too. I'd be really bad there. I just I don't I guess there's some stuff that I do wrong in life, but I think for the most part I'm pretty a morally straight person. Yeah. I don't know what my biggest weaknesses are. Probably like the worst things that I've done is feed into my addiction, but that's it. I've never harmed anybody, so I don't know what my sins would be. It's pretty. Everything is a sin. It's like impossible to not sin. Out of curiosity, I looked up some. I forgot what I called it, like funny Bible quotes or something like that the other day. There's some weird ones. I don't know if it's on this computer or not. Let me see if I can find one. Bible verses, whatever. Same fucking thing. I don't think it's this one. Oh, okay. This isn't the same thing I've done. That's just weird. Isn't it? Anyways, it's the weird stuff. And county news, I don't know. I saw an article on the my hometown news website saying that the country singer Joe Diffie died. He's totally faking it. So the coronavirus got him. I don't believe it. It's time for a party. um, Yes and no. I mean, typical places are open. I wanted to get something from Distill the other night. They have this awesome grilled chicken Alfredo. It's spicy, but they're closed. I think they make most of their business from selling alcohol. That was a bummer. When you're like craving something and you got your mind set on it, happens. I don't care. There used to be a point in my life where I just didn't need to eat. Now I can't stop. It's like a problem. I don't even take my medication to eat anymore. I stopped taking that like 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago. I've only lost like a couple pounds. I would say 5, but I weighed myself today and I weighed 177 with clothes on. So the other day I weighed like 174, somewhere in that range. So I'm not really losing it. I'm able to keep weight on. But at this point, I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I just don't care. I look fat. I'm fat now. I just don't care. It sucks. I've given up on my life. At least of being happy and stuff like that. I just don't care. Nobody desires me like they used to. Nobody sees me. It just doesn't matter anymore. And I'm becoming just like really bitter. That's okay because nobody cares. Nobody gives a shit. It doesn't matter. I shouldn't give a fuck either. I'm trying not to. It's not that easy though. The pink. I'll be back. Thank you for your patience. Hold on. Turn the heat on. 75. Okay. From Bob. You know, love me? What? Buffy, I hate to tell you this, but you're a dog. Yeah, I feel bad, but I'll stay the last 2 nights, and there's not much space on the bed when she comes over, and so Buffy had to lay at my feet when she's usually right next to me on the pillow, as if she was my partner. It's weird. I told her that she could be my girlfriend again once Val left. Yeah, I felt really bad about that. Oh, oh shit. Yeah, we were every nipples tonight. Okay, that's what she likes. She likes me to give her food and to rub her nipples. So weird, but we have a sexual relationship. I want to watch a movie tonight. I don't know what I want to watch though. Guess it doesn't matter. Brokeback Mountain again, I guess. Not much to do here either. Get it? I just don't have the energy most of the time. Like I kind of feel like I have energy. It's just because I'm excited talking to you, but I don't. This is the most energy I've had all day. Energy. So anything you guys want to talk about? A lot of yard work. Oh, I have gardeners. Dude, the weeds in my backyard were getting so tall. There's still a bunch of weeds in the flower beds. My grass was just a bunch of weeds. I was thinking about filming like a war flick in my backyard with me like crawling through the weeds. They were fucking huge. Like sleep in my eyes. But they ruined it. My gardeners totally ruined it. I forgot to lock the gate. It just came in. Cook meals, listen to the radio, exercise. Okay. A hummingbird feeder? No. I saw a hummingbird in my backyard today though. It was like flirting with a tree. So I guess I have a natural hummingbird feeder. My face is melting. Ticks? I don't think so. I've never seen any. I still don't not sure if I know what a tick looks like or not. I always get them confused for how's things called. I don't know. I don't think there's any ticks. I mean, I'm sure maybe there are, but I haven't seen any. I'm probably infested with ticks. Right? I don't even know it. I don't. I haven't seen any. My house is infested with dog hair. I would say that. And I keep tripping out. Like it's gotten to the point where I think my dryer broke because of the dog hair. I'm having dryer issues. I need to call somebody out to take a look at it. But it takes like, for example, I tried to dry 7 towels the other day, and it took 4 cycles of 70 minutes for them to be done. When it normally takes like 70 minutes. And I think that it's like probably backed up with Buffy's hair. I tried getting all of it out that I could. It didn't seem like it was like jammed. I pulled the dryer out. There was nothing in the ducting. The air was flowing outside. There's a lot of dog hair. Man, it's crazy. I think that's why Buffy's previous owner got rid of her because she shed so much. It's insane. I still don't. I don't know how she sheds so much on a daily basis. It is insane. So, anyways. Here's all fucked up. I don't play music anymore. I picked up my guitar for like 30 seconds today, and I lost interest. I think it's actually good. I don't feel delusional anymore. I'm like, yeah, I used to think that people liked my music. I'm not into that. I'm just getting over caring. I mean, I guess I care in the sense that I don't want to care, or how do I explain this? I'm caring about more important things than being delusional. That's it. That's why I don't come on here anymore. I've got better things to do, like sit around and do nothing. Yes. Watch cheesy movies by myself. I'm just learning how to be alone and understand that I'm nobody. You know, I just thought there was a point in my life where I thought I was somebody because of the attention that I get from people, and it really fucked up my perspective of myself. But I'm more grounded now, and life is boring. It's really boring. I realize that people don't care in the way that I thought they did, and so I just waste my time on other things like sleeping and nothing. It's okay. This is what happens when you get old. Man, I keep burping. Excuse me. Oh God. So I've been thinking about getting a face tattoo. You know, like Mike Tyson, the same design, same spot. I think it's cool. Oh God, no, no. Yeah, I'm like glad somebody got this for me a while back. I'm not always a bitch. Just kidding. Go fuck yourself. It's pretty true. Feel like it anyway. Tell me, Jesus. Okay. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Hmm. I have the Mustang, but I just kind of lost interest in it. Dog hair. Yeah, I lost interest in it. It died along with a part of me. Yeah, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I don't know. It's kind of like one of those things that's hard to let go of, but serves no purpose in my life. So I don't really ever see myself driving it again because I've just lost interest. And it's just, I don't think that I want to go through the hassle to get it drivable. It's been a hassle. I lost interest. It's expensive and it's hard to find people that will actually get your car fixed and not just say they fixed it or steal your parts. And I don't trust people. Like everybody can just go fuck themselves. Honestly, I don't trust anybody. So whatever. Well, I already hate myself, so I don't know how much more I could do that. And part of my life that's dead. So I have to pee again. I'll be back, guys. Okay, go. What are you thinking about? Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know. You see who's really like faking it and just holding on right now. I think that it's really going to change the way people live their lives and the fact that things are so uncertain. After this, I guess anybody that's an adult and lived through this, I think they're really going to change their lifestyle and be more geared towards saving and planning for something like this to happen again. Although it's probably not likely, it's just something that changes people so much. Even me, I found that there are areas of my life where I really wasn't prepared. So I'm not worried about the virus. I'm worried about the impact it's going to have on people's lives and the crime rate, things like that. Excuse me. Sorry. Chill. Excuse me. Mm, this one. Okay. I think I'm gonna log off in like 15 minutes. Could be unhealthy to stay on here for too long. I'm drinking alcohol. I'm drinking Budweiser Clamato. It's actually like super good. Think it'll infect me? No, I think I've already been infected by the people that care. Not care enough for me to care about them. It's just like a handful of you guys on here. But it's bad for my mental health to be on here every night because I would get on here thinking that I could get some hope. I guess something along those lines. Like it would give me hope or fix a part of my life. I guess they call it fill in the void. But it doesn't. It's like one of those things where they call it like the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. It's like one of those things. I guess I get on here thinking that you guys could help me solve my problems, but it's not possible. And nobody will care about me the way that I would like them to or expect them to. And it's nothing against you guys. I've just come to realize that everybody has their own life. And even the people that do care, they can only care so much. Because that's how I am with other people. I care. It's a couple people that I really care about, but other than that, I can tell people that I care. I can feel that like I care about other people, but it just ends at a certain point, and I know that there's nothing else that I can do. And sometimes I almost just don't have an interest in helping out anymore because it seems too complicated. So that's life. This isn't good for my mental health. That's why I don't come around anymore. Not like my mental health is so much better away from here or anything. Whatever. Doesn't matter. I then I'm out in 12 minutes. Tell me, guys. I don't know what else to do. Fucking ass gonna get gay. What's best for me is just understanding that my life doesn't matter as much as I would like it to. I'm not as important as I used to think that I was. It's just hard to accept, but that's just life. There are billions of people on this planet. I'm not special. I've had moments where I got to feel that I was special, and I'm grateful for that. I think everybody goes through that at some point in their life. My life's in an area now where there's just certain things that can't be fixed, and I have a very difficult time accepting that, and it's really ruined the rest of my life. I don't even want to think about living to another 10 years because I'm so tired of living like this. But this is it. I'm fucked up at this point, and I don't know how to deal with it. So I am I'm in the middle of my midlife crisis. Right in the middle. Like I'm probably at the peak of it right now. It's been going on for a while, but I think I'm at the peak. And it's really really caused me to think twice about everything. Absolutely everything. And it's just life isn't fun anymore. That's it. Okay. What's gonna break first, my tooth or the glass? Because this is really thin. Yeah, I'm just trying to do my best in life, which is just hanging on, surviving. No, I don't have a purpose anymore. It's that's so hard for me because I don't feel like I live for anything. I live to just try to make it through the day without having a breakdown and doing the same thing the next day and the next day and the next day. I would never harm myself overtly, but I guess I do it in other ways, like slowly. So it's, whatever. But I'm just trying to ride it out until death gets me. Yes. And unfortunately, with my luck, it's going to be a long time from now. I'll probably live to be 150. So I've never done acid. I'll never do acid. I'm over with experimenting. I know what works best for me, and I go through phases. Excuse me. I don't think so. I don't think so. I just, I don't want to elaborate anymore on it. I read things online. I haven't watched documentaries in a while. I've been more into movies lately for probably a few months. That's okay. I have to pee again. Damn it. I don't want to go. Oh, well. Thank you for your patience. Because he looks like a turtle. I think it's the neck. Yeah. I kind of got that going on lately. Check it out. Could be that, I guess. Mm. Damn, baby. So, got like 4 minutes left. Well, add on an extra minute since I went to use the restroom. Like, my film? No, I haven't. I'll find something. Optimistic. Um, when people are optimistic, despite knowing what's wrong with my life, it does bother me a bit because I've lost hope. And when people try to keep hope up in my life, it hurts me because I feel that I know better and I get tired of getting my hopes up and then being let down and then getting my hopes up again and being let down. It's easier to just understand the reality of things. And I don't think everybody understands that because they don't live it. You know, everybody lives their own life, and I think they know themselves better than other people. But yeah, it bothers me when people are overly optimistic because they're not in my shoes, and I can only explain so much, you know, out of, I guess, one, to protect myself or embarrassment, and I don't believe people anymore. I'm just so worn out in life and the way things have gone that I don't trust hardly anyone. And the overly optimistic shit does get to me because I know better because I'm living it. And I get tired of arguing with people about it because they don't understand, and maybe they haven't had any traumatic life experiences. But I've just been dealing with some things for too long, and I know better. So it bothers me. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. I'm halfway through life, almost halfway through. We'll see. I don't know. Is that gonna be logging off in a minute? Here's my shoes, my slip-ons. These are so worn out, dude. Look at that. They got a polish to them. They're so worn out. I need to get some work done. I had some shoes like this when I was like a teenager. They're like Pumas. They're actual shoes. And I went outside to mow the lawn, and I was on the concrete walking, and I slipped, and I fell back, and I hit my head on the concrete. And I'd been thinking about getting rid of my shoes for a while, but at that point, as soon as I stood up, I took my shoes off and I threw them in the trash can. And it's to that point with these. Like, I just need to get rid of them. They're dangerous. I need to go outside. Remember to get some shoes. Yeah, it just reminded me of that. I'll never forget that. That's crazy. Okay. I hope that you all have a good night as well. Thank you for hanging out. It's been interesting. See you, excuse me, again, probably next week. Good night, guys. Bye. Thank you.